is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt.
Mike wasn't on, I realize.
You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
Give me some more.
You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
How about you cough up some more of that sweet oblivion?
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
Allons-y. Let's go.
All right. Nothing down to fuck all, borough.
A return trip to the Suns,
Do you
please.
want me to upgrade that to a one-way trip, sir?
Don't stop, keep singing. Sing me the song of
The
death.
song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Stop. I don't want to hear anything about anymore about this sensation. Take me back to the form. This is embodied
The
nothingness.
stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Who am I? What sort of creature does this to their own mouth?
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Somehow, you know what it is. A Caprice Canadian motor carriage.
Well, I guess we can't stand nothingness. Gotta wake up. Doesn't have any copyrighted music, does it? I don't think so. Yes, does. There we go. Pants.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door. The Whirling in Rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock workers.
What do we got here? Where's the switch? Thank you. Okay. Got the jacket. Disco Ask Blazer.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Assess the damage.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break them
A
with my own
fine web of
hands?
scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
What did this
More
then?
likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Assess the
It
size
is
of the
too
equipment.
large for a bullet, yet too small for a
Impact
piece
on
of
equipment.
furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist, like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its friend. Congratulations, You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
I don't need it. I don't need anyone.
The window agrees. Its cracked smile is cold and sparkly. A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Was this not the same Elo that founds empires and lays waste to cities? Virile, uncaring towards the little things? Probably not, no. Hot water sprays from the faucet's base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just a vague impression of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Wipe the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Yeah,
Just touch
there
first,
is
see if there's anything
definitely
wrong.
something wrong with it.
What?
Where
What's wrong?
to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
I'm
Bet you
sorry.
are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
At least my tongue is okay.
It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
Wipe the
Behold.
mirror.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
Of course I do. It's is it some kind of superstar? I think
It
superstar.
appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I think it might be because I'm a rock star.
Please stop.
Superstar. I'm an idiot.
It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Nah, this is what superstars do.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Superstardom.
You should check yourself for a pulse, superstar. From here it looks like a cadaverous spasm. You find no sign of life on your swollen neck. However, putting your hand on your chest reveals an irregular heartbeat. You appear to be alive, for now. It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species. Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened. For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume le Million. If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right.
Guillaume le Million.
Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
Feel like I need to add a clicking sound when I make it.
The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume le Million's regional mega hit, Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head.
So I adopted it.
Everyone
Why?
loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains.
How long ago was the new?
Some 20-odd years. There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you, or anyone. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic.
Anything else, like who I am? Or did I drink myself into
You have
oblivion?
some understanding of the near history of disco. The rest is darkness. Aside from the useless fact that the motor carriage outside was a caprice canema.
I guess that's it then.
It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return.
Let the mirror be. Come on. One foot after the other. Let's get out of here. I guess just his clothes. What's this? Whatever happened to Guillaume le Million, who, with his amber mane and sparkling teeth, beguiled the tattered remains of the nation? While you suffered and suffered, did he dematerialize in a cloud of cocaine dust? Or did he simply stand in the corner and melt into slendering new lines of some starlit bonnet denuit? 20 years ago. Spare a thought for his great ass, too. Or wait, maybe he became a police officer in Revachol West. What is this? Ooh, money. 40 real.
Hello, officer.
Here's 51.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
Officer, am I military personnel?
No.
Wait, I know. I'm a businessman, chief executive
The
officer,
young
right?
woman shakes her head slowly. Officer could be an artistic statement. You're already prone to those.
Officer is my stage name, right? I can see myself as a middling disco artist called The Officer.
No. You're a police officer, sir.
You're shitting
I'm
me.
not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
All this time?
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something.
I might not know where I am, or who I am, or what a Capri Kinema is. Or what, how I know what one sounds like.
She nods.
But I do know when someone's not telling me the whole story. What am I doing here? What's my case?
There's a mercenary out back. He's been hanged. The body has been there for a week now. The locals probably got tired of it and called the cops.
And why didn't you just tell me that?
She nods.
Well, that's... Okay, I didn't mean to hate that.
There's a mercenary out back. I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem... Could it
I
be
don't remember
because
anything
of
else.
the drinking?
Who in their right mind will let me be an officer of the law?
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
The
Fail.
words have already left your mouth.
It's not even a normal sentence.
What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on, say it again. No, you see, that's not what you said.
Hey, at least it was a
You
funny.
said- Come on, man. Freddy, please. One more. Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cop are you?
I'm a cop of the
Has the
apocalypse.
time come already?
Cops are walking around with no memory of who they are, saying what I just said. At the end of the day, the end can't be more than 2 days away.
You're one intense cop. Anyone ever tell you that?
Yeah, guess I'm pretty intense.
Alright then. Looks like I should go and prepare for what's to come. And thank you. This has been delightful. I do hope it happens sooner. Otherwise, it's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me.
What?
And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
Then why did you say I was gonna have to interrogate you? What? I need my shoe. The smell of the sea makes you dizzy. There's nothing broken on this. Oh yeah, it's over here. How did it curve?
There they both are. Two identical shoes.
Secret task.
Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Reunited on your feet. Like two baby crocodiles.
How do they fit?
Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
What's this? Why is there a door here?
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade.
You don't want to
What
snap.
you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Jesus. Alrighty, we're all dressed and ready for the case. What's in the paper? This is the weekend edition of the statistical newspaper, Trompe Le Monde. Downstairs we go. Where's... Okay. I was supposed to say, like, I don't have control. Summer door closed for the winter. This is where the lyrics would be. A big old karaoke mic, just waiting for someone to sing into it. Speakers connected to the radio, the music sees into
You
static.
should totally sing karaoke here. The first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul is immense.
Utterly. And it needs to be heard through a PA system by other people.
Well, this goes well with a theory I'm developing that I'm a down on my luck superstar person.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
What should I sing when it
You
comes
have
to
not
it?
yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
Lamentation sounds good. They'll really get a gauge on my soul with that.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
menu has been wiped clean, only the word Monday is written on it. A woman's hand yesterday wrote yesterday's menu. Today starts in a man's handwriting. This is a water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. A soft purr of an electric juicer comes to the kitchen. Someone is working. The door is bolted. A sign reads, "Kitchen reserved for personnel until 13. A sign reads, "Mess hall reserved for union members. Doors open at 1600. What is this? His royal pinball machine is unplugged.
Hello, sweetie.
How do I know she's a cryptozoologist's wife?
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full-flavor cigarettes.
What are its
Clinging
hallmarks?
to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
Wait, where do I get such a crown?
It comes free with a six-pack of Vermilion Roy d'Or. The words Roy d'Or are stamped into the crown's plastic.
The idea of a king. The idea of a king and a century gone is pretty
The
fascinating.
sentiment is called anti-centennial nostalgia, pining for a time before the turn of the century. It's common even now, after 50 years. A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Shake his
Hello.
hand.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Very cool, maybe just a bit
No,
too
it's not.
ostentatious.
Raphael
Oh my
Ambrosius
God.
Cousteau is one classy name for one classy cop. Say it.
My name is Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Yes, well,
Not for a
Doesn't
moment
process
does
it.
he believe that's your real name. He casts it aside as an intra-departmental joke or a peculiarity he doesn't understand.
it looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
No, I haven't.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
I
Okay,
haven't.
we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
Let's get
Up to
moving.
you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge?
Wasn't on when I
Losing
woke
your
up.
identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Nice.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie? Her eyes move up and down your person as though taking your measurements. Her attention is scientific.
Oh, sweetie.
Why, you are, officer.
I'm no sweetie.
You're a
Look at me.
handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Thanks,
You
I
must
appreciate
forgive
it.
me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
I'd you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, riddling backyards of corpses, catching sequence kill. I don't know what that is. What does it mean, sequence? What? Sequence? What does it mean, sequence killers?
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
No, I know, but there's also side mysteries, sequence killers, and forays into the paranormal.
I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Now,
Do you mean serial
gentlemen,
killers?
no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
3 heads are better than 2.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. Perhaps another time. Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Nice old lady.
A man in his late 20s with a thin, unimpressive beard notices you approaching.
Mr. Gart, right?
Lieutenant glances into his little
You
notebook.
run this place.
Yes.
He responds tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
As I said, I'm Detective Rafael Ambrosius Costo.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the
You
lieutenant.
said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't
Okay.
imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Alright then, questions. I
His
got
face
this.
expresses profound doubt in your having this.
Nope, I've got it.
Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
Are you a bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
What's the
I have
difference?
3 cafeterias I manage. 3. Get over it.
Where's the
Behind
body?
this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there then?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style, unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
Why did
She
Sylvie
went
go
away
away?
because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Am I not a cop? Everything is my business.
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Thank you.
Mystery solved.
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct.
Everything has something to do with everything.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
Before you said they hoisted him up on a tree, what did you mean by they?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
Who exactly is saying
The
that?
locals, the customers, the people who eat here. A lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her.
Why would the dock workers lynch this man?
I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
That's all.
Let's go.
Indeed.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Savoir faire. Slip away unnoticed.
As you blow
What?
this joint, behind you a whiny voice shouts.
Real mature, man. Real mature.
That wasn't really unnoticed, I don't think. Surprised I succeeded. That was so low of a score on there. Heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. Sign reads, "Fuck the police." Pigs go home. The street name is illegible.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
You sound
We
surprised.
don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
Who are you exactly?
I am just a gardener.
Good to meet you, Just a Gardener. Another
I
question
am
then.
pleased to meet you too, officer.
What is this? Fuck the police
Excuse me?
business.
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning.
The street sign.
Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
You didn't say she wrote it. You asked what it was doing there.
I didn't say you wrote
Sir,
it.
It was implied in your question.
The timidness is gone for a second. Something else takes its place. A readiness.
What about the other sign?
I don't know anything about that either.
Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not loving.
No need to worry. We are not saying you did.
Okay. Well, I didn't.
We need
Since
directions.
the street sign's messed up? Okay. What do you need?
What's up
There's
north?
the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really.
The
The
east.
harbor gates. Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. a fleet store too.
The south.
Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably.
What's on the other side of the canal?
Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
What's in the west?
It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
Where am
What
I?
do you mean?
Just tell me where we are.
We're in
okay?
Martinez, sir. This intersection is called Roundabout North, I think.
I'm looking
Oh,
for a dead
that.
body.
That's right there, in the yard.
She's relieved someone has come for it. Finally.
Thanks. That's all
problem.
for now.
Me? I am just a gardener.
Cool. And what are you
I'm
doing
working.
here? On what?
I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
She realizes she's about to criticize your work, or lack thereof.
There's a corpse there. Keep me from doing your
Yes.
work.
It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation: we're not going anywhere right now. Alternative translation: don't even think you can drive my MC. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
The red tip
The
pry
pry
bar.
bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
The rubber
The
hand chain
handles are long
cutters.
and sleek. Snap, snap go the cutters in your hand.
The hand crank
It's
flashlight.
robust, weatherproof, and well made. Police issue, blue, lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something, the soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Coming, Delta 10. This is Firewalker. Copy.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I need you to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murder.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Kim, didn't Gart give you Sylvie's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Jesus.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
Sylvie, I believe we've met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling in Rags.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Do you know who made the call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Well, why didn't you call? Didn't a corpse behind your workplace bother you?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse.
What does the Union have to do with anything?
No one calls the police. The Union would get angry.
What do you mean by that?
You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Right, Kim. You speaking the truth? The Union and the law around here?
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the Dock Workers Union.
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
Looks like there's a limit to my authority then. I see. Maybe there's something else you can tell me about.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. With the Union. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, next
yeah,
question.
Go on.
You quit your job at the Whirling
Why
Inn.
did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why not?
Wait, why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
From whom?
You know who.
Alright, I won't push you on this. Are you ever planning to come back?
I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
I think I got everything I needed. Thanks.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
No.
Damn.
She doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like Gart. You know women and their constant problems. Yak, yak, nag, nag. How's one supposed to get the love going like that? That's where you step in. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster.
I'm happy to help him. Maybe I can use that. Yeah.
What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. Can't a man be honest in his own head anymore? You have to act, Lieutenant Love.
Lieutenant Love.
You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you've got everything under control. Then go and have a little boys' talk with Gart himself. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
Please, no. I don't want to say any of those things. Refuse the love quest. Oh, that's wonderful. You there, kiss? You still there, kiddo? Listen, I've got everything under control. Daddy's gonna take you on his lap, little darling. Jesus Christ. They're both awful. Let's continue, though.
No. What?
You still there, kiddo? Listen, I've got everything under control. I know, baby, I know. It's just that you've got that sweet woman. What the fuck? You and Gart, right? A little trouble under the sheets? Say no more. Papa's got this. Big Papa.
God, what is happening in your head?
Oh, God.
I've got a hunch your love life's about to take a very pleasant turn. Give the no.
What? What is it?
You'll see, Lieutenant. You will see.
What was
Again.
dominated by the other party? Anything else, officer?
It's on. The love quest is on. Too late, everyone. It's on. Take it to God now.
Could you please connect me to the 41st precinct? I have something I need to
Just a
report.
second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle.
Oh, so
smoking, with a
French
large
voice.
white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard. The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, Station 41. I've got an urgent business. Over.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
Just reporting in. Over.
10-18, state your message, sir.
I need to report my badge missing.
10-9, over.
My badge, I cannot find it anywhere. It's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Over.
What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Hey. Not hey. Hey. Who is this?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over.
No. The other one.
You mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
He's my partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Vicmar, sir. Over.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
The man in the background sounds like he's losing his patience.
Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think? It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Haha. Officer has lost his badge. Haha. Like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vicmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
Come on, operator. Tell them to stop. This is serious.
He's asking you to stop. Says this is serious.
Serious.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Vicmar concurs. Losing your badge is serious. Over.
Can't we just move on? I want to get it reported and don't miss it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge. What's going on?
Mac Torson, chest reclaimed.
Super Cop here lost his badge. He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Could you all please stop saying this lost his badge for a moment?
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Oh my god.
Sergeant Person was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
Damn it. Say nothing.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
Enough with this now. I have other things to discuss.
9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober. Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
I don't have my gun?
No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
10-9,
I'm not strapped.
Sir. You get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Convince him.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
No, of course I didn't lose my fun gun. I didn't lose my gun.
He says he didn't lose his gun. or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun, not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
Plasma gun. For starters, it's massive. Got flared, cooling vents along the front, and hydrogen flask sticking out too. Kim, what are you packing? It's a gun. What can I say? A regular goddamn murder weapon. You know how they are. Bang, bang. Look, I don't have it right. I don't have my gun. I'm doing this one.
Come again, please. Over.
It's got a magnetic accelerator and arc that accelerates the energized ball of periwinkle blue hydrogen-based plasma to near speed of light. Near light speed?
I'm going to need to put you on speaker for a second. Over.
In contact, it detonates with the power of a dying star, erasing every living thing from existence. Oh, and did I mention it's dripping with sexy blue plasma?
The officer is describing his genitalia in exaggerated terms. Over.
Host in heaven. Did he lose his gun and his mind? Dear God, he lost his gun? Oh my, I can't. This isn't really a laughing matter. Mac can face a giant of cocoa noodle by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants. Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his ass, but he still got his wiener.
I'm not going to.
Ulysses says no.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over.
I left that as mama's after.
That's a negative. Not going to say that.
Come on, Jules.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got. Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate? Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about.
Damn, nice.
Tell him to apologize right now.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over.
Hey, if you don't like the fallout, maybe don't fuck with the Firewalker.
Like he says you shouldn't have antagonized the Firewalker in the first place.
Who?
Satellite Officer V.
Firewalker.
I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater.
God damn you.
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters.
Satellite Officer V.
I heard him, I'm on it.
Affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
Oh God,
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over.
This might sound odd, but there's some personal details I'd like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
I need information, not fear.
Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Hold on. Are you alone in the room? I need some confidential information about myself.
That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over.
I want to know if you got my badge description in your report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth.
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his...
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force. Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Please refer to me with my full name in the future.
10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
Stop calling me sir and just use my real goddamn name, will ya?
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new. Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
10-4, well, that's,
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work?
God damn it.
He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCN.
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change.
Sir, Satellite Officer Vicmar.
I heard him.
So, Was there anything else?
Any news about my family?
Then, excuse me, sir.
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
I just thought you might have heard of them, that's all.
No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good on that front. Over.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Understood, sir. Over.
10-10. Over.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
Keep listening.
From another planet. Hey there.
What's going
It's
on?
the jam, my man.
What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
Limbo, huh?
Upon days.
So that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak, or he just likes unusual words, or both.
I dig your style, man.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
Tell me more about the strike.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What do you think the company
They want
wants?
to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else I should know?
Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Not you.
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
What are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Wicked. I've always wanted a friend in the underworld.
No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
That's your machine behind
This
you?
rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
That a Fallon A6 you got there?
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
Gotta get one of those phone tracksuits you're
We're
on.
pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
It's nothing
Not
legal
unless
then?
they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Know anything about the dead man? The one hanging behind the hostel there?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. all accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Alright,
The
never
man
mind then.
taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
I'm good for now. Good talk.
Don't be a stranger.
Your tectonic force cracked the pavement like an eggshell. Bottle inside, pick him up if you had a bag.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta. Silence. No one answers the doorbell. Silence. Nothing happens. Silence. You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Triton Ennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly.
Yes, I've come to place an order.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
Sorry?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice here.
Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it. No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Yeah, it's me. Here I am, crawling back into your life.
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call?
Oh my God.
I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Of course I care. It's just that I've been going through some tough time.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
What?
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally meet again.
Forget about what?
She sounds like she's about to cry.
Oh God, please don't cry.
She doesn't answer.
You still there?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
What happened?
Another seagull passes by.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read. No, hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions. Forget it.
Fine.
Find something else to do. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a light. You wait for a minute or two, but you ring the doorbell. But all you hear is static. You ring the doorbell. What an ominous name. An off-key melody.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid game.
Who's Kuno? This is the police. Please open the door.
No, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead. This button looks new, but someone has...
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Kuno's got this.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness.
Damn.
Like a gremlin.
Oh,
Moment of your time, please.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous, you should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Juicy what
I mean
now?
drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno!
Jesus.
Kuno's riding it, see?
Kuno esse.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Your kid's
The
siblings?
fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
Not what I said. Kim?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What
You will
forces?
see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Look, I have
Alright,
questions for you.
Entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there?
That's
what
crime
you got,
scene.
huh?
You kids
Show me
often.
what you got.
Jesus.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
The body. What do you know about it?
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
Kim?
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and
The usual being. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary? Or have you seen anything suspicious?
You know how it got
Probably
up there?
climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it
You
happening.
ain't Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
The city's too large for him to have left. But he wasn't here either. So where was he?
Oh, okay. Where'd you
I
go
don't
then?
know. Some fucking Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
In Night City? He's time traveling? Cyberpunk?
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name
Oh my
of the
God.
city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Where's Night
Kuno
City?
gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant.
Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can now cross off the list.
Do you know who he
Kuno's
was?
fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
Okay.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
I meant before he
Kuno
died.
knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make Kuno sing into the popo phone.
Have you seen anyone suspicious
Just a couple
around?
of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
Looks like you're a faggoty now, whatever that means. The suspicious question doesn't really work in antagonistic situations.
More on this later. Right now, let's
You're
talk about something
testing
else.
Kuno's...
Get lost!
Okay,
Kuno
I'm off.
doesn't fucking care.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Visual calculus.
Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Go over them one by one.
Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46?
Right,
You
which is
don't
it?
know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41.
Male or female?
Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gate is undeveloped.
I'm pretty good at this,
You're
ain't
not
I?
bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many?
8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
The same guys are going back and forth.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Light step, number 41 shoe.
A woman or a kid?
Don't think there's any way to be
Understood.
sure.
Anything else?
A heavy one, 200 kilogram.
200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
One of them was carrying him over.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Why did they have to carry him?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe the victim wasn't conscious.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see?
An aberration. One sole is smoother than the other.
Interesting. Let's name it the odd sole.
Do you have any ideas, Lieutenant?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
So one of the people we're looking for is a
No,
drummer.
it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yes, prudent. How old do you
A
think the
week,
strikes
maybe?
are?
7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
How do you know?
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do you think happened
What
here?
do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy.
I think we have a firm understanding of what's happening here.
The lieutenant's eyes narrow.
What happened here?
He's thinking to himself.
Either way. What else?
We've been through it all.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath.
Look
A
down.
cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow, Kuno!
You clear your nose without throwing up.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Try to walk away. Jesus, that last bit.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
Keep it. The
Thanks.
hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
What do we get?
That young
Some.
woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge store nearby.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Rickety but climbable. Eyes for kids wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. I got ammonia, but I got magnesium.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Lieutenant, what do you think of
Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria? They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence, too.
Seems like a reasonable assumption.
We could try using a pry bar. The one you took from my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
I just want to ask you some
I'm
questions.
going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
What? What are all these are weird. You there behind the
You don't
fence?
want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
Let me see if she has the ammonia.
Hello again, officer. How are things? Sure, I'm done with them. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Thank you.
Hello again.
Okay, she's wearing a bonnet thing. I thought her hair was like that bright yellow for a second.
Real mature, man. What exactly were you...
Damn, your feet thought we got away.
I get something for the effort.
The stupid drinks you've had are on the house. You know why? Because I know you can't pay for them. Not because you ran away. Now, I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window. That's 100 square.
So,
Not
cool.
entirely cool. You still owe me 100 real. If you don't have it by tonight, I can't let you back up there. Now, what the hell did you want? I assume you wanted something to come back here.
Is trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors, too. They put their trash there, and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
Wonder what this
Prod at
feeling
it
is.
and find out.
Any of those
What do you
keys.
need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
By the way, I'm gonna sing karaoke. here.
Absolutely out.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit. Your
Yes.
body is ready, sire.
So talk to Sylvie. Wink.
Oh, but he should be.
Jesus Christ! What? Don't have it. But I don't want. What? What is it? I don't know.
Life doesn't have a back button. Now get off your ass. and
Yeah.
speak the
Okay.
truth about
Thank
Sylvie
Christ.
The whore.
No. What? What? Turns out she's a whore who likes to ride the cock carousel.
Wonderful.
It is. It's wonderful.
Oh my god.
What does that mean? Cock carousel.
Jesus! Point is, you're losing. What is this? What is this? What is this? We're just gonna go with the last one.
Huh?
Yeah, this feels right. It feels wise. Good setup. Now speak the real shit.
What the fuck? No time for lectures. The point is, you're losing her nasty mind game. Sylvie's a total psycho.
God, does it mean you talked to her? What else did she say about me?
What else do you need?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, she said that she likes the cock carousel very much. So much fun. To pick the carousel of cocks earlier on.
He looks at you, spinning your arms, then leans on the corner and sighs. His head drops between the shoulders, heavy and defeated.
She broke the bird, you know. The great skewer. I found it on the ground with a broken wing. On the morning she left. I should have known. It was her way of telling me to piss off. I should stuff it up my ass.
Or you broke the bird. It can also be that. I think Sylvie even. Yes, the bird is connected to this. It's a symbol of hope, and she broke it.
Jesus Christ. What the... Or, you know, maybe I broke it? Yeah, man, signals, mixed signals. It's classic cock carousel behavior. Broken bird, feathers. This is all part of the mind fuck of the cock carousel. What the fuck?
Cock carousel. I think I understand now. That's what they ride until, like, 39. They ride the cock carousel until the clock runs out. Here.
What the fuck? to love. Item gained, alcohol coming red. He takes a bottle of wine off the shelf and pours it in a glass. They were cock carousel. What's out, man? Jesus Christ.
Now, let me have a drink and think about this shit for a moment.
And there we have it. Isn't that beautiful? Another situation fixed.
Oh my god, absolutely it was fixed.
By the way, Where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Up on
Why
Marvel
did you
Hill.
say that?
You just send him fine. Doesn't mean anything. Wait,
No.
So you know this place?
But isn't that an expression, not a place? A saying. Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place. One that is impossible to climb back to.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
I'll live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobo cop.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
Oh wait, I'll lose logic if I do that. I know. I need to keep that. What's this? Oh. Most of it. Oh, there's a person. First. Oh. A man is sleeping at the table, wearing mud-caked boots and rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pine, encircled by a logo with a tree.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner
Picked up
of the
magnesium
screen
earlier.
above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Wake him up.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags." With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobo Cop. Dive into that dumpster for extra content.
Didn't I just have a premonition that there's something in there?
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Just taking Hobocop style for extra content.
Wow, an Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon. Half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny.
What's a knot cannon?
It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. Not as expensive as that fat string of pearls snaking around the rotten banana peels, however.
What?
And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. We're talking 12,000. Easy. Unless you're into hi-fi yourself.
I'll sell
No,
it.
you won't.
Oh.
Because none of those
What?
things are real.
Ah!
They're not actually in there. All you see is food waste and crisp wrappings.
God damn it!
All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron. Only in its social sensibility.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the
damn
Interact
it.
tab in your inventory.
Oh man, I thought there was actually gonna be some good shit in there. Good shit. He had me. Go to the
You
box
see
cartons.
milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Look at the
Among
rags.
the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
Okay, so they're the guy's
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar mark blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for
a
it.
drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Ew.
This is a military overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just garbage.
That's all I think.
We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Think someone from the whirling rags may have been involved?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
That's the kids.
What's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
Fine.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
It's
just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Pick it out.
Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I don't know what this is.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there.
Miserable looking slip of paper sticks to
If
the
you don't
board.
mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it
Well.
away.
Lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes. It would
Do
also
that.
not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Oh boy,
Into the contents
here
of
we
it.
go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do. I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant I find and tell them, this is your inane ideology. This mug will be useful by denouncing it. I can earn political capital to mask my badass hustling. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was a funny mug. Can't anyone laugh anymore. I don't... What is... What... It's okay.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work? Just finish your case, detective.
I say, the hell, my head is keeps jumping back and forth. Expression of Samaran descent, frolicking fields of saffron flowers, buck-toothed and grinning feeble-mindedly. Jesus Christ. This ledger is the one you found in the trash. It's full of notes written in man Sten's cursive. Have a closer look, maybe it can be salvaged. Start keeping notes.
It's the letter you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Thank you, waterlogged ledger, for spelling it out for us. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Lieutenant, what is this?
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
What kind of
depends.
information?
Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved. How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
I'm gonna read
Any
it.
capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have had lights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
That's all.
Okay.
Thank you.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
Don't know
Work,
what they're about.
strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Huh?
2 cases a week, good.
2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
2 cases a week seems to have been my load. I'm not sure I
2?
completed them.
That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I'm sure I made plenty of
It's
mistakes.
okay. We all make mistakes.
Like a fan of girls, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Oh my, they're written in capital letters
Yes,
too.
all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, the square bullet hole murders. Another yet, the unsolvable case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but...
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I mean the non...
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
Jesus.
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid
It's always
forms
snowing
a
like this?
structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete. Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event.
Give him
The
the pen.
lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large caliber bullets on an ammo belt. He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
May I have
Nor
one?
did I give this to you with resentment.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash freehand uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged
Great.
Man.
That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Can I read the case files?
It's proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together. Try again later. Arson, petty theft, you don't exactly...
Yellow
In the
paper's
back,
time.
you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
Type of forms are
3.
these.
The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields, but they appear pleasantly vague. These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs. Yes, All that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with.
Jesus!
The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM. Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
Open the hidden compartment. Come on, come on.
It's not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some, then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason. The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Okay, we got some info from that. Kuno regard, huh?
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it?
That man's clothes are in the trash.
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen, listen! Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
Nice about his clothes. You must see him lying around.
Kuno ain't seen shit lying around. Except for that up there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so."
Whatever.
No, I'm good, Kuno.
Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for fouling anyway, pig.
Ladder, you have to climb it?
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
So you said the ladder's unclimbable.
Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
What's in the greenhouse?
Kipta's gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
Gardener used to work there?
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's
Jesus.
Nothing to Kuno. Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of gardening is done in March? Fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she was preparing the garden beds. Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that. Suspicious.
There's also this
The
mug.
fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yeah, it's just racist mug. I haven't even
Kuno
with it.
sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you picked it after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone's tampered with the crime scene. Claims that something
Shit,
good.
that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator. Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting 2 and 2 together here.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Jesus.
Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
I might have questions later. For now,
Yeah, whatever.
something
Kuno
else.
doesn't give a shit.
I'll discuss the body.
Fuck about it. You're
move on.
Get lost.
Who's Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno pig.
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Kuno.
Yeah,
Got a gang
Kuno's
name.
in a fucking gang. In a bang gang. Kuno bangs for Magier, bangs for Mazda, bangs for Revachol.
Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you. Help! Pig's got Kuno. Help! Rape!
Jesus.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Just answer the questions.
He's digging his dick out.
Escalate, Kuno. His dick is out. You're afraid.
Pig's in here, Kuno. Somebody, please.
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
What is this sick charade?
The nearly psychopathic way they could slip in and out of the act implies you're not the first victim.
I'll put you up to this.
Kuno's doing this because he likes it, Pig.
This is where Kuno establishes dominance over you. Change your plan. You can't let that happen. It will make things harder down the line.
Help! The pig's gagging him. Kuno can't speak.
Someone put you up
put
to
him
this.
up to this yourself when you decided to talk to him in the first place.
Listen to your friend.
God put you up to
Kuno
this.
owns the fat ass. Help! The RCM is trying to fuck Kuno.
You high?
Misters, help! He's flashing Kuno. He's showing his genitals. If you don't help Kuno now, it'll be too late.
Be logical, kid.
Fucking logical. Help! The logical pig is fiddling Kuno. Look.
For emphasis, a ghost is saying this. A shit-eating psychopathic ghost with an ace up his sleeve.
I know you wanted to hit me. You got that I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look that Kuno's dad gets. The murder look. The rage look.
Relax. He can't read your mind. He doesn't know you were thinking that.
No.
I know what you thought. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. I'm gonna shut that shit down. You know what? You should've, because now you're nothing. You're a joke to Kuno. Kuno laughs at you. King Kuno!
Kuno turned you into his prison, bitch. You're gonna be in this shit with Kuno.
No, you're not.
Jesus
We can just leave.
Christ.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever.
A peepo is a type of hat, by the way.
Nice people.
You don't talk to me about my fucking peeper. You don't know where I come from. You're just Kuno's bottom bitch.
Oh, wait. First, I should probably turn on the headlights of the car.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian comes to life with a whiny growl. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable.
Wait.
They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Look around
A rat
you.
brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez. Let me see. Right here. It has its problems.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. The first row has 18 dots.
Next
The
one.
next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, a wave of pride washes over you. Though you can't say why, the last row has 3 perforations. That's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The first
What?
row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
I walked the land telling whores and liars of the end to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. Boat pouring off job. When I'm apologizing. Got drunk like a megastar?
Yes, that does seem quite likely. Your youth coincided with some heady days for Revachol. But let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see, wow, more than 200.
216 to be
It's
exact.
quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
So you're saying I used to be a super
Call it
cop?
what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
That's not too many.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
You ever killed
Yes.
him, Kim?
Everyone has their own method of coping, some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like
Oh,
what?
this and that. Let's not get into it now. Why not gardening? You've already got the yellow gloves.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
If you want to pour out the booze you've been carrying around on duty, I'm certainly not going to stop you. As you will.
The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Oh, I can level something up. Let's do endurance.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
That's me of establishing my stardom hardly.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen, Salam Rocky Bayi, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights.
Action!
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Still seems unlikely. Firstly, let's make this absolutely clear. No one is saying you're an actual superstar in the groupies and cocaine riddled with hepatitis C strikes a lioness pose with a mic kind of way. You're not a Guillaume de Lemillion or a Davy Lewis. No, you're a metaphorical superstar. You bring that rock and roll authenticity and passion to a line of work where people don't expect or want to see it. Where some people would say it doesn't belong. Law enforcement. A cop and a hobo. A hobo cop. Upsides can be disheveled and doesn't have to wash. Carries himself with large gusto. Hobo cop doesn't need anything or anyone. No one can kick you out because you don't have a home. Never pay rent again. Never again here. You're drunk. Why did you even come here? Harry, go home. You're embarrassing yourself. Downsides? Are there any? I mean, seriously. Give me one. I forgot to look closer to the body because now I have the ammonia.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white. The ammonia only makes it worse. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Nor does the wind right now.
The weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop?
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, baguette. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough. I think I've lost my sense of smell.
A white lie.
Not being hungover helps too.
Do it without me. I just can't keep it down.
This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help. You need to get your shit together. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it with special bonuses and effects.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Speak to Just a Gardener and Gart.
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
Tell me, what exactly have you been doing in your greenhouse in March?
Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow. All you can see is the fact that her skin is a different color from yours. That's literally all. You're gonna have to run with that.
Why? You're black.
What does that mean?
What the fuck? So gonna be easy to listen to.
Whatever's on the radio, I guess. What does this have to do with snow or gardening in March?
You listen to Disco.
I'm gonna say no.
We should probably proceed with our business in Martinez. Unless you have more official questions.
God damn it, that was so stupid.
Can I help you?
Thanks. Key.
I hope you found what you were looking for.
Found the victim's clothes.
Strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state.
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer.
Someone on your staff put them in there.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Who else has keys to the container?
Trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Are they affiliated with the dock workers?
The elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Yes? What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
How do we find them?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
Something else I want to ask.
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Another thing. Great. Yes?
Other
yes.
money.
Have you got it?
A
lot. For the room and broken window, 100 real. Like what?
Oh, the kitchen's open. This is drying the smell of chemicals and pine trees. And spices, alcohol, and tomato.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Kubek. Please.
Oh, sir.
It's not funny.
Got time for a few questions.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
You've got some impressive pots there.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
Don't need anything else, stay asking. What does that mean?
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
Touch
The
the door.
cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older. The door does not budge.
I wonder where it
You
leads.
do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
It's part of the whirling in rags. There's something about this place that makes you want to know.
Eccentric. But okay, as you...
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
No. The door is a mega investigation, I'm calling it. Behind the blue door.
It's hardly worth a title. Anyway, Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Can I help you?
Oh, I can't even ask him about it though. Alrighty, I'm gonna save. And do. And